Imagine the year 2135. You wake up in a vast, unfamiliar place with no memories, surrounded by teenagers staring right at you. So this is Thomas's world in The Maze Runner. But instead of talking about the book, I'll be talking about the movie adaptation in 2014. Today, I will show you how the environment of this dystopian setting shapes and influences the Glader's behavior in The Maze Runner. So to first start off, the maze is a shifting prison surrounding the Glaze. It traps the boys called Gladers inside the Glade, which is where they stay. And it's basically made to test their ability and their intellectual. So in the photo you see on the right-hand side, I got from YouTube link from 2020. That's like the design made based on one of the guys after he came in the maze. So the maze shifts for 8 times every single night. And on the left-hand side, you see a creature known as a Griever. So the Griever, based on Carolyn Hill's blog article, This Maze Runner Concept is the Same, is a dangerous mechanical and biological creature that hunts any boy inside the maze after dark. It's basically designed and destined to kill only those living inside, which makes the one rule crucial: never go beyond those walls. So basically, the maze overall is a relentless battle against fear itself. So to start off, I'll be talking about one character named Thomas. So as we get into the movie, Thomas is first introduced as someone who's very hesitant and cautious. He's the first Glader to rise into the Glade, and he starts asking questions immediately and even instigating. Though he starts impulsively acting, disobeying everybody's rules, and he doesn't believe this is real, we can tell by his growing suspicion that he's just one character that cannot simply understand and believe that this is a new reality. So in the clips we'll see, or the clips I'll show, will be showing how Thomas is acting impulsively, not thinking or caring about others, but then we'll see how he becomes a heroic leader who is based on protection and loyalty.
Let's go!
So, in the first clip, we see Thomas disobeying the one rule that keeps every Glader safe, hence don't go in the maze, but he did. And we also hear in audio one of the characters saying Thomas no, reaching out to grab him. So this shows how some characters believe he acts impulsively and he makes decisions without thinking and only protects himself. But in the second clip, we also see Thomas leading the same Gladers telling him no into battle along with a Griever that is designed to kill them specifically. So this transformation really shows how Thomas becomes very hesitant and just asking questions and not listening to anybody, to soon becoming a heroic leader that protects everybody. So another character, which I believe is similar to Thomas but more in a negative way, is Gally. So according to the Maze Runner Wikipedia, he's 17 years old, a year older than Thomas. He's more muscular and built, and he has a commanding presence. He relies on being rule-bound and confident, as he believes the hierarchy of the Glade makes the Gladers feel safe and protected. So in the following scenes, we'll see how Gally first is very sort of calm and protective and confident, soon losing his temper, all because of Thomas, who distrusts the Glade.
Let me tell you something, Greenie. You've been here 3 days, all right? I've been here 3 years. Yeah, you've been here 3 years, and you're still here, Gally. All right, so what does that tell you? Maybe you should start doing things a little differently. Maybe you should be... Gally. This is all you, Thomas. Huh? Look around. Back up, Gally. Not Thomas' fault.
So in the first scene, we see Gally lashing out verbally, and in the second scene, we see him lashing out physically, hitting Thomas to the ground. So the reason Carly does this is because he sees Thomas as a threat, as ever since it was stated in the video that Thomas entered the first 3 days, Gally has been there for 3 years. So because Gally has been there for 3 years, he believes that he has the authority to make decisions for the Gladers and to ensure their protection. Now, even though Gally in a way is right, as Thomas did disrupt the system, it still doesn't give him the right to verbally and physically lash out, causing other Gladers to feel threatened. So this shows how he transforms because of the maze. Now, I believe these two characters mirror two sides of a coin. One seeks escape, like Thomas, and one accepts the Glade, like Gally. But the chances of a coin landing upright are 1 out of 6,000. It's rare, but it's possible, and I believe that character is Chuck. Now, according to the hero Wikipedia, he's 12 years of age, and he's very kind, and he's also the smallest. So he mainly relies on he has a trusting presence, and he relies on kindness more than strength and strategy. So in the following clips, we'll see how Chuck is pretty quiet and sort of a mentor, being kind, but soon he becomes a selfless hero.
Don't worry. You're doing better than I did. I called my pants 3 times before they got me out of the pit.
We all do.
Chuck actually running towards Thomas as Thomas wanders off because he's curious. But we see Chuck running towards him to make sure he's safe and he ensures that he's protected. And the second clip, we see how his character development significantly changes as he even sacrifices himself for Thomas to survive. So, though the maze has stripped away Chuck's innocence and his kindness, it still strengthens his loyalty overall, and it shows it's not about your size or your strength, but it's about the love you can have for one, hence Chuck and Thomas. Now, I'll give you the scenario again. Imagine the year 2135. You wake up in a towering maze with no memory or escape with all strangers. Would you act like Thomas, Gally, or Chuck? Though it doesn't matter who you think you'll act like, because once you enter the maze, it'll form you making its own rules. And similarly, though this is fiction and dystopian, it mirrors life's tests. It shows how you stress, how you can change, or even have uncertainty. And it reveals whether we will lead, resist, or act out of love despite fear. Thank you.